Hello, everyone. Oh boy, am I sick. How are you? I hope you're not as sick as I am. So, anyways, it's Steve. I'm coming to you from Boston, where I have been since last Tuesday night, and all of the traveling and running around has made me sick. And I thought I was getting sick maybe yesterday, and then last night, oh boy. And I've basically been sitting around all day being sick. I've got the cough and the runny nose and the pains and the digestive problems. I got a little bit of everything, and the exhaustion. So, but you know what? I'm gonna do a stream anyway. I was thinking of doing a stream tonight about the Secretary of the Navy thing, and honestly, I'm just like so exhausted. I think it's better to just relax. If there's like some ginormous news, I can go on and do a stream about it, but I'm trying to relax and get better. Yeah, I did get my flu shot, by the way. R. Lara Moore said, "Did you get a flu shot?" Elaine said, "Yeah, I got my flu shot. I did get my flu shot." You know, I always get sick. It never fails. There's two conditions under which I get sick. It's two, maybe three. One is when I travel, I often get sick when I travel. Two is if I'm like running around and not getting enough sleep and super busy, I get sick doing that. And three is often if it's like cold weather, I get sick. And I had all three of those. I flew from Atlanta to Boston last week on Tuesday. I mean, if you watch the stream about how busy I was, it's been like insane because I've been trying to like do work stuff and, you know, family stuff. And also I had some college stuff I had to do, and it's been like my schedule's been all weird and everything. And then also it's freezing here. So it's the perfect storm of all three things. So I'm not at all surprised I'm sick, but I am sick. So I hope I can not be sick for too long. So Tinfoil Timothy University says, I have the flu since last Wednesday. Timothy is sick as well. Yeah, Flip Phone says, stay away from those nieces and nephews. I've been so busy that I haven't even seen... I have two siblings, and one of my sets of nieces and nephews who I really want to see, I literally haven't seen yet. I was going to go over there today, but I couldn't go there today, and because I was sick. And I'm gonna tell you the message my brother sent me. When I messaged my brother this morning. I said, "Hey, I'm sick, so I'm assuming you know. I'm guessing I shouldn't come over there, you know, because I don't want to get his kids sick." And he said, "What did he say?" He said, "Dude, sorry to hear that. Don't take this personally, but stay away from here and get better," which is the right advice. So he doesn't need me getting his whole family sick. So yeah, I'm just trying to lay low, and again, I would have normally done more news coverage today, but I've just been so exhausted. Let's see what some people are saying in the chat room. Anyways, Berlinda Mustafa says, I'm old and I haven't been in sick in years, and you need to go to bed. The problem is, though, when I'm sure with a lot of you too, when I'm sick, I often have a hard time sleeping, and especially like, I don't normally go to bed at 10:45 p.m. So if I tried to go to sleep right now, I can pretty much guarantee you I wouldn't go to sleep. What I need to let myself do is sleep late once I fall asleep, if I can stay asleep. That's a whole other challenge in itself. Let's see here. Cats Go Nuts says steam showers helps. Yes, I do think taking a shower full of steam can help. I did that once today. Let's see here. Nancy Mattis says, anyone get depressed this time of year from less sunlight? I have definitely been feeling worse since like a month ago in Atlanta when it got colder and darker. And I've said before that I was considering moving to Florida. And I think, but the thing is, when I was deciding whether to do that, it was like in the summer because my lease was up in November. And I'm kind of thinking if I had to do it again, I would have just moved to Florida because I just can't, I just like warm, and anything cold just depresses me and dark depresses me. Let's see here. Uncle Lou says going live on YouTube helps. You know, it's when I've tried, the last time I think I was sick was around the end of December and New Year's of last year. So knock on my wooden table that I haven't been sick since then, really. But I just remember when you try to stream, what happens when I'm sick and I try to stream is by talking, my throat gets dry and I start coughing on the air. And when it gets really bad, like I can't even talk because my throat is getting so dry. So that was starting to happen today a little bit. But fortunately, I made it through the stream today okay. But that can be a problem when you're doing a stream and you're sick. Laney B says, don't move to Florida. The bugs are huge. Berlinda says, we just smashed the bugs. Let's see here. Hey, thanks to our mods. We got, who's modding there? Garth and Upstate Dad and Linda Belk and Becky Scarlett and Rusty G and Keisha Fowler. There we go. So let's see here. Nils says, sunset at 3:50 p.m. in Denmark now, so jealous of people living further south. Some people are mentioning chicken soup. Maybe I'll have some chicken soup. I never eat pretzels these days, but I was just out getting some supply. I was out picking up Sudafed. I found it's very hard to find Ricola, the brown sugar-free cough drops. This is not a paid promotion, by the way. I wish it was, but it's not. A couple years ago, Ricola pretty much stopped making it or distributing their. They have sugar-free cough drops, but the brown ones, you can find the yellow ones everywhere. But the brown ones are really good. But I happened to find them tonight in CVS, and they were on sale, so I got a bunch of them. I got some Sudafed tonight, the brand name Sudafed, the kind you have to get behind the counter, and I got some different cough medicines. So I should be okay with the medicine stuff. And I got a bunch of sparkling water. I'm trying to hydrate, so that as well. But yes, Jennifer Madison, I got my flu shot. But yeah, it really is. It's like, and then, I swear, when I came back here, if you had seen the streams before, I was running around doing all this stuff when I came back. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm sort of feeling like I want to get sick, but I hate when I don't work out and I go days without working out. So a couple nights ago, I was late at night, but I was I could go to sleep, but I really want to work out because I was feeling just bleh. And after I worked, I went for a run at night on the treadmill and it made me feel a lot better. But I also think it might have made me sicker. So I can't tell. But if I had to do it again, maybe I would have maybe slept more. I was so busy the first few days I was back, I didn't sleep as late as I wanted to. And so I might have just slept. Maybe I should have slept more when I first came back. But there was so much to do. Oh my gosh. Let's see. McFly says, do you have a temperature? I haven't measured my temperature, but I haven't been feeling crazy flu-ish, chills and stuff. I mean, again, knock on wood. So it's been more like a really bad cold. Let's see here. But it just, what it feels like? It feels like when you're sick and it's cold out, it feels like a losing battle. Because it feels like the cold is just making you feel miserable and sick and not helping you. And it's just cold out. Mikhail and Milou says, is this the news channel? No, this is the Lookner channel. If you're looking for the news channel, that's Agenda-Free TV. Hey, by the way, it's our daily update about how they haven't enabled my live streaming yet on my phone. I'm still waiting for this. I'm still stuck in the studio because they haven't enabled the phone live streaming yet. See, it still says your channel does not meet our eligibility requirements for mobile live streaming, even though I do. So they still haven't enabled yet. So I still can't stream on my phone yet. Hopefully soon. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Now I've talked to YouTube. They say they're working on it. CRT says, does your mom spoil you when you're sick? I'm actually staying with my mom right now. I mean, she's like the best mother ever, but it's you know what she did though? She actually did this. So my mother makes the best Thanksgiving stuffing ever. And I don't normally eat stuffing because I kind of have to watch my weight and watch what I eat. But it's the one time of year I eat stuffing, I eat it on Thanksgiving and it's amazing. And so I was talking with some family the other day, and I think one of my brothers was asking my mother, like, "Oh, you're making the stuffing?" And I said to her, "Oh, did you make extra?" Because I always wanted to make extra, because what happens is everybody at Thanksgiving eats all the stuffing, and there's like, I want it like that night or the next day, and there's none left. And so amazingly, she said, "I'm going to make some." So she made some today that was extra, but actually she cooked some extra we had some tonight. So we did in a sense, it was a little bit of pre-Thanksgiving, because she made a little pan of her Thanksgiving stuffing for tonight. So we ate it tonight, even though it's not close to Thanksgiving yet. So that was pretty awesome. So that was utterly fantastic that she made the Thanksgiving stuffing 5 days early. Some people, Small Wildflower says, watching your weight. Freckle says, what, Steve, don't you need to watch your weight? So what happened is, about 5-6 years ago, I went to my annual checkup, and the doctor looked at my vitals and was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What?" And it turned out I had gained 20 pounds in a year for no reason at all. I thought I was just getting older. I thought like my body shape was changing as I got older, and I had to buy like bigger clothes and stuff because my body was changing because I was getting older. And she was like, "No, you gained 20 pounds." And so they ran tests and nothing was wrong. And it turned out it was just my metabolism. I reached an age where my metabolism, I had the same exact diet and same exact exercises I had, and I just gained 20 pounds in 1 year because my metabolism slowed down. So I had to change my diet because I couldn't eat the same things I was eating. So there's certain foods I try to avoid. There's certain foods I would eat a lot more of and I gave up soda, for example. No soda, no caffeine, no desserts. I try to avoid, pizza once in a while. Try to avoid white bread. Try to avoid white rice. These kind of things, fried food. But yeah, stuffing is very, fattening, and it's very, bready. But so I don't normally eat it during the year. I have to. It's just my metabolism slowed down. So for me personally, if I eat all that stuff, I'm just going to, that's what happened in 1 year, 20 pounds in 1 year for no good reason. So ever since then, I had to change my diet. So I have to be careful what I eat. Let's see here. R. Laura Moore said, "I'm so very bad about soda. I drink a lot of Diet Coke." I used to love having my soda. Every day, that was my favorite thing. I would have Coke for lunch every day, a lot of it, and I loved it. And I thought I loved it. But I think what might have happened, I think I might have been addicted to the caffeine. I think the caffeine made me love the soda because I gave up caffeine. I gave up caffeine when I changed my diet, but what would happen is if I didn't eat lunch by like 2 or 3 p.m., I would get the worst headache in the world. And I thought it was because my body needed the food. But it turns out my body needed the caffeine. Because if now, sometimes I'm doing a stream and I go for a while without eating a big lunch and I get hungry, but I never get this crazy, insane headache. And I really think I was addicted to caffeine. So I'm so happy I gave up caffeine because I sleep better and I don't have like highs and lows like I did. I didn't even drink coffee. I just drank soda. But I would have never, I would have never done it unless I had to. I loved my soda. Believe me, I loved it. So I would never have changed my diet unless I had to when I gained 20 pounds in 1 year. I miss soda. I miss like clam chowder. I don't have clam chowder anymore. Like when I come back to Boston, I'd like to get some clam chowder, but I don't. And I miss ice cream. I love ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in years. Brent Wells says, "I want a wrench." We're going to work something out. Again, I've been so busy and I haven't gotten around to it. We will work something out where we'll have some kind of procedure for people who want to be mods in the Lookner channel to message an email address and talk to someone about it. I just haven't had time to work it out yet, but it will be worked out. Let's see. Thank you. Star Stacks XX says, "Get well soon, Steve." So just in case you're just joining the stream, I'm doing a stream on the Lookner channel because I am really sick. And I'm coughing a lot, and I'm feeling weak, and I'm exhausted. But I did want to do a stream about it, and And I think all of the traveling and the running around and I've been trying to do work and also family stuff and other stuff I had, personal stuff I had since I've been back. And I think I just made myself sick. And the traveling on the plane. My mom really thinks it's just the traveling on the plane. By the way, something I do now, I think it helps. I don't know if it does, but something I do is I bring hand sanitizer on the plane. I never used to do that before, and now I do that. And I feel like I've gotten sick less from flying, from doing that. Lauren Thobel says, I'm eating peppermint ice cream out of an AFTV mug right now. Denise Brunson says, can't you eat in moderation? I could. I just it's easier for me to rather than eat some ice cream, it's easier for me to eat no ice cream. It's just easier for me. It makes the choice simple. Oh, hi, Leanne says, maybe some sleep would be good. Yeah, I slept till about 1:30 today, and I might have slept later, but I did want to cover the Hong Kong thing. Small Wildfire Flower says, never touch your face while traveling. Thomas Darwin says, when I'm really sick, I lose my appetite. Sometimes I forget to eat. I have to make myself eat. Again, I never, pretzels are on my bad list of things. But I bought some tonight because I feel like I'm kind of hungry for them and I should eat something while I'm sick. Your body needs energy. E.B. Brower says, planes are covered with germs. R. Lara Moore, I've never heard this. R. Lara Moore says, they say to leave the plane air vent blowing on you throughout the flight. The air is HEPA filtered and will blow germs from clinging to you. I've never heard of this before. Let's see here. McFly says, feed a cold, starve a fever. And then it's also first of all, I'm glad I'm not sick on Thanksgiving, but I mentioned last stream, if you saw I think it was the last stream, my dad is in a care facility now, and I can't go there and see him because I don't want everybody there to get sick. So, I can't go see. I'm trying to do all this family stuff, and I can't do it right now because I'll get everybody sick. So I'm trying to get better as fast as possible. J. Marie says, popsicles soothe a sore throat. I hadn't thought about that. Let's see here. Marge says, take vitamin C. I've been eating some oranges. The worst thing, though, it really is the worst thing when I get sick, is you need sleep. You need sleep, but when you're sick, it can be hard to sleep. And then I'm a person who, oh my gosh, I guess some people like having NyQuil. I'm a person who, if I take NyQuil, I feel like the negative outweighs the positive because I'm like a zombie and I sleep if I'm on NyQuil, but it's I feel like it doesn't feel good. It feels like I'm kind of knocked out, and then when I wake up I feel like knocked out, and it's not worth it to me to get to sleep on NyQuil for the negative feeling it gives me of being knocked out. So I try to. On an odd occasion, I'll take NyQuil if I'm absolutely there's no other way to sleep, but it's that's the for me, I'm not one of, some people swear by NyQuil, but I can't really take it just because it knocks me out too much. American Rebel says, watts of water and tea, stay hydrated. Also, you can't see it, but I'm having congestion issues as well. Donna J. Hawkins Walsh says, stuff your nose with tissue to shorten cold. And see, we've only been doing the stream 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, but already, I'm going to start coughing more. If we have a big news event right now and I'm on for several hours, I'll just be coughing constantly. Wellness Sarah says, NyQuil's like poison. I passed out once the next day after taking it. Wolf Pup, I have been eating real oranges. I like real oranges. That's what I've been eating. Let's see here. Timothy Calevra says, who else is instinctively covering their face when I cough? Going South says bananas are excellent for congestion. Yeah, I had a banana today too. So yeah, no, it's too bad that I'm stuck. Not only I'm sick, but I'm stuck in the studio. See, this is a stream I would have loved to have done this stream from a different location, like even where I am. It's just kind of boring being in the studio. But maybe I'll email you. I don't want to bother YouTube. Maybe I'll email them tomorrow. But I really want to be able to stream on my phone. And it'll just be so much more better to not be here in front of a green screen, and to be able to do different types of content. So, but it's not yet. So, And then I worry that people who signed up for this channel are going to look at it and think it's all Steve in front of the green screen. No, the channel is not supposed to be Steve in front of the green screen. I'm intending on doing much different types of content on this channel. But a fair amount of that is dependent on me not having to be in the studio while I do it, and being able to do it on this. So I know I keep mentioning it, but we have the subscribers to be activated. So hopefully they activate us. It's possible that it's just too new a channel. It's possible, the channel, we only did our first video like a week ago. So it's possible they just normally don't activate people that quickly. Let's see here. McFly likes the channel. Thank you, McFly. Yeah, basically the channel so far has been me talking to camera. Yeah, green screen and navy blue shirt. These are the most comfortable shirts. These are by far the most comfortable shirts I've ever found. They're Old Navy soft wash t-shirts, and they're solid color shirts. But the problem is the black version of these come in gray, navy blue, and black. The gray and navy blue aren't as comfortable as the blue. The gray and black are not nearly as comfortable as navy blue. For some reason, they make it out of different fabric. I've always found this interesting. If anyone ever wants to make a lot of money, here's my idea, and you can make a lot of money off of it. Heather gray shirts. I guess there's something about making that color, but the fabric they use for heather gray shirts is always tougher and rougher than fabric for other colors. You can have a heather gray shirt that says soft washed, and it can say the same materials can be on the tag as the other colors, but it always feels tougher. There's something about making a gray shirt, I think, that makes these shirts different. So it's never as good. Gray is never as soft as a color like blue, and I don't know why this is. I really should study this. I don't even think I've Googled it, but it bothers me to no end. So I always wear the blue shirts because they're the most comfortable. I wish the grays were as comfortable, and I wish the blacks were as comfortable. They're just not. The blue they make is just more comfortable. It's like the perfect shirt and the perfect fit. So I always wear these shirts. They're also cheap too, but I would buy them if they were more expensive. Don't tell them though. I'm drinking water right now. Longy Raider says, gray always has a cardboard feel. Let's see here. But they are really good shirts. Although it's weird. They've had some weird quality issues at Old Navy lately. I've gotten a couple shirts that have holes in them, but they're so cheap. But it's so they've gotten more comfortable, but they've had some quality issues. Jennifer Madison says, I bought workout clothes from Old Navy. I bought a couple tops in the store and a couple online, and the online same shirt is different fabric. There is a weird thing also with Old Navy where I feel like you can buy the same shirt and it's made in different countries and it's slightly different. Monique says, on this channel, would you have live calls to talk to you when it gets sorted by YouTube? Well, the problem is I kind of need to know who's calling in. I can't just screen the calls while I'm on the air, so I'd sort of have to know who was calling in advance. I have no problem. I'd love to do things on this channel where I talk to other people or have multiple people. And when I'm not in the studio, that makes that a lot easier. But also I could, do a Skype thing or something. So, I'd like to have other people on the channel. Let's see here. Yeah, Timothy Culebra says if you had people call in, it would be nothing but prank calls. I would do that like if I had money to hire somebody else, then we'd have somebody screening calls, and then we'd have people call in like during the news broadcast. When I was at Right Side Broadcasting, we did that a little bit, and it's fun to do. It's just you have to have somebody screening calls. Excuse me. It's also more complex technically. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the coughing. Let's see here. But yeah, I'd like to get other people calling. I'd like to get other people on the channel. Yeah, it does kind of annoy me when I go to this channel because, again, I don't want people thinking this is the whole channel because this is not the intention of the channel. If you look at the channel, I mean, look at this. It's 5 videos of me sitting in front of the green screen. That's not what the channel is ultimately supposed to be. But that's what it is right this second. So I'll start doing some other stuff. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to have a cough drop, but I don't want to be. We're going to try an experiment now. Ready for this experiment? It's going to gross you up. I shouldn't do this. I could cough less if I had a cough drop, but if I have a cough drop, you're going to have to like hear me talk with a cough drop in my mouth. So we're going to have a viewer vote. Should I try doing the stream with a cough drop, or will it gross you out too much? You can say yes or no. We're having a viewer vote right now. I'm seeing some yeses. The yeses seem to be outweighing the no's. I can always take it out and throw it out. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are saying yes. Okay. All right. It's overwhelming yes. It's as overwhelming as the Hong Kong election today. All right. I'm having a Ricola. Again, the Ricola brown sugar-frees are the best, but it's hard to find them. I somehow found them in CVS tonight. All right. I have a cough drop. You're going to hear annoying noises. I'll try to make as little noise as possible. But this should keep me from coughing more. I never eat on the air. One time I ate on the air during the news stream and it was a disaster. So I don't eat on the air. And I wouldn't do this. I don't know. I wonder if we have a big news story while I'm sick and I have to stay on for a long time, I wonder if I'll be resorted to doing this during the news story. Jeff Farrow says, go to bed. Hey guys, again, I can't fall asleep this early. I'm not used to falling asleep this early. And it's hard to sleep when you're sick anyway. So I can't just go to bed. I need to get more tired. That'll help me fall asleep. Terry says coughing is more annoying than eating. Let's see here. D-Gun says, please drink hot tea. I don't really like tea. I got a bunch of sparkling water tonight. So I've been drinking water and sparkling water. So I'm going to drink more water. Oh, a little update. A monetization update. Let me give you a monetization update. Let's see here. I'll give you one in real time in case anyone cares. Maybe no one does. I certainly care. So, I have fun doing this channel, but another purpose of the channel is so eventually I can, kind of I'm not so tied to doing news all the time and tied to being in the studio all the time and doing other kinds of stuff. But obviously, if I'm going to do that, then the income I'm foregoing from the news channel, I have to make up with the personal channel. But in terms of where we stand in terms of meeting the monetization requirements, let's see. Watch hours. I need 4,000 watch hours. As of earlier today, I was at 2,600 watch hours for this channel, and I need 1,400 to apply for monetization. So that's good. I don't know if anybody really cares. Maybe I'm the only one who cares. But obviously it has to happen at some point. So anyways, I'm just updating you. So eventually, sometime soon, I'll be able to apply for monetization. Son of Adam says, I heard this was a kids channel. No, it is not a kids channel. So we can have ads. American Rebel, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to apply for monetization. And we have 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I just need 4,000 watch hours. And as of earlier today, it was like 2,600. Let's see here. Darren says, Steve, if you're sick, maybe you should not stream right now. Your health is more important. I just got over pneumonia, had it for a year. We will understand if we don't hear from you. Well, this is a pretty low impact stream. So I got sick. The last time I was sick, seriously like this sick, was the end of last year, around New Year's time. And there were several days I was trying to stream news full time, and in retrospect, it was counterproductive. Because I was trying to do a full news schedule, and the news streams, you have to be really, they're more intense than these streams are, at least like this stream. So it takes a lot out of you. So like today, I would have liked to have covered, there's a couple of stories I would have liked to have covered. I would have liked a normal day, if I wasn't in Boston, I wasn't sick. And today I probably would have been doing, if I weren't sick, I would have been doing some family stuff today also. But I would have covered probably one of the Secretary of the Navy resigning, and also there's another Korean, a K-pop star, Korean pop star, who it looks like took her own life. So I would have liked to cover both those stories, but when last December, end of last December, I was sick and I was covering news stories, and people were saying to me, you should get some rest. And it was, in retrospect, I should have taken it a little easier, because I think it just ended up prolonging the sickness. And eventually what happened is I got so exhausted I just stopped, and I did restrain myself from covering everything. SC says, I know when I get sick, I can't sleep, so staying up late. Lookner's a fun channel, so I'm guessing it will help you sleep later. Now, SC says GFY. I can think of one thing that stands for. I don't think SC is saying that, though. Good for you. Oh, I see. SC was saying good for you. Well, let's see. Again, and to make it all worse, the Patriots won. McFly says the Patriots won. I really don't like that. My favorite NFL team is the anti-Patriots, whoever is playing the Patriots. So they won today, so that wasn't good. It made me even sicker. All right, let's see here. Oh, I want to make sure I forget to check my Twitter notifications. Rocky says, feel better, drink some lemon and honey and tea, lots of vitamin C, garlic and honey and onions. Garlic and honey and onions. Hey, thank you, Rocky. That's nice of you. Josh Eats Pace says, I'm not sick, but I've been awake for 40 hours. The wife got food poisoning and I got put on toddler duty after pulling an all-nighter refinishing a table. 40 hours? That's not good. Get some sleep, Josh. Another viewer wrote in and said, let's see here. This is from Captain Featherhat. Captain Featherhat said, feel better soon. I'm happy to watch you in front of a green screen. Hey, thank you for your kind words, Captain Featherhat. I'm going to type thank you. Thanks. Oh, hang on. Idaho Star. Idaho Star is supposed to be moderating. Idaho Star is one of our Twitch moderators who said he or she wanted to moderate in the Lookner stream as well. So Idaho Star, thank you for moderating for Agenda Free TV. I just activated Idaho Star. There we go. Okay. You know what's weird? I want to mention, oh, you know what also? Here's another stream I would have done. This is a stream I would have done if I wasn't feeling sick last night. Last night, there was this really weird news story last night that like kind of blew up. It was this one. Standoff with vet in Putnam County, New York. Now, what happened is this guy here is an Army veteran, apparently, and he is in Putnam County, New York, and he posted yesterday around 2 p.m., he started posting videos on his Instagram, and he was like saying, like, basically he was posting videos and saying, like, the cops are down the street and they're coming to get me, and he made it sound like he was unfairly being arrested, and he said, he said, like, I have 30-round magazines, but I don't have any guns, and people started interpreting this as if it were, I guess people watched his videos and thought what was happening is this was a red flag confiscation where they take a gun away from you because they think you're a danger to yourself or others. And so but the videos were posted around 2 p.m. But in the evening, like hours and hours after he started posting these videos, word just got out and started going viral on social media. And what the story that went viral was there's this guy who's in this standoff because the authorities are trying to take his gun. And it became like a popular cause for people who are anti-gun control. So people were like posting on social media saying, go to this guy's house and help defend him. And so people started going to the neighborhood. But, you know, when I first saw this story, I had no idea it was blowing up on social media. All I heard about the story was a guy is in a standoff. And it just seemed like, okay, well, that's unfortunate. But what I ended up covering it because I eventually realized that it was just blowing up on social media. And I was like, I should cover this. And by the time I didn't get on the air until like 11 or so to cover it. And then immediately, like I think we got on the air, and then by like within 10, 15 minutes, like 2,000 people were watching the stream because I think we were one of the only people covering it. But the stream was like lots and lots of people who were very against gun control. And then also what it turned out happened is, as far as I was aware, this thing was really blowing up at, you know, around like 8, 9, 10 p.m. But when about 15 minutes after we came on the air, we saw some articles where the police said, oh, this standoff ended at 9 p.m. And it wasn't a red flag confiscation. We were there for a domestic incident investigation. And they said the police said the person was having mental illness. So, like, the police said this thing was totally not what everybody said it was. Because the viral report was, oh, the police are coming to take this guy's guns away on a red flag confiscation thing. So anyways, but like it's this weird thing where like, you know, we weren't on the air that long, and you can see like 25,000 people viewed it. But it was just one of these things where I think if I had gotten on the air earlier, there would have been all these people watching. Because at one time I think there were like 15,000 people listening to the scanner. But I had no idea that it was such a big deal, and like it's not like they were reporting it on the news at all. So I happened to catch it when I did. I would have come on if I had known it was such a big, you know, phenomenon and people were interested in it. I would have gone on the air earlier and covered it. But anyways, so we did this thing, but the chat was kind of crazy because what happened is, you know, when these stories came out, about 15 minutes after we got on the air, these news stories came out from different outlets saying, the police say, this thing ended 2 hours ago, the guy was mentally ill, it wasn't about red flag confiscation. People started like yelling at me on the stream, and a lot of people were like, no, the police are making this up, they're lying, it's actually not over. And I think we only had like 1 or 2 moderators, and it was just crazy. So what I would have done if I weren't sick, this would have been a good time to do it. I would have gone on this channel right after, and done a post show, and just to be like, hey, did you see what happened on that last broadcast? What was going on with that? And I wasn't following the whole chat room. I got the sense that the chat room was like nuts during the broadcast. But Yeah, one thing I would like to do with this channel is if there's a broadcast we do on Agenda Free TV, where something odd happens or something, I can just come right on this channel after. And I would have done it last night, and I remember thinking to myself, I want to do it, but I felt so sick, and I was like, I'm just going to try to get some rest. So, but that is something I would like to do in the future. Is if there's some sort of broadcast where something kind of noteworthy happens, I can just come on here right after on Lookner channel and do like the Putnam County live stream post show or Putnam County live stream wrap up, and then people can come on here and talk about what just happened on the previous stream, and I can just get right on the air. But I was going to do it last night, but I was just too sick to do it. But it did seem like that would be, because I was thinking like I'd like to do, maybe I'll do that kind of thing. But when that happened, I was like, oh, that would be a perfect chance to do it. We just didn't do it because I was sick. Cindy Lou said that would be cool. Yeah, no, I think what would happen is people like who were watching the stream anyway would just jump into the post-show stream and we can talk about it. And it's not really appropriate for Agenda Free TV, but yeah, so that's the kind of example of something I'd like to do. I was just sick. The Great Fanzini says, kind of, it was a nuts and bizarre chat. Yeah, and people who are regulars of this channel were in that chat talking about how crazy the chat was, but I wasn't looking at the chat most of the time because it was a busy stream. So I kind of wanted to ask people about what the chat was like. But that's, that is something that we can do, and I'd like to do with this channel is just do a post show for a stream if it warrants. S. Mary Demner said, chat went nuts. It was just very interesting also because, when I came on the air, if you go watch the stream, one of the first things I said is, I'm not really sure what's going on with this story. I watched the videos. Here's what it seems like to me. Some people are claiming this is a red flag confiscation. I have no idea if it is, because it went viral as like, this guy's getting his guns taken away from him. But if you actually watch the videos, it was kind of unclear what was going on. He sounded a little confused and it was odd. So it was like what went viral was not exactly, I think, what was going on in the videos. He might even be up there. I don't know if I wonder if those videos are still up there. Whiskey Warrior 556 on Instagram. He got like 100,000 followers yesterday. Here we go. Okay. Oh, is it not? There it is. The profile's still up. 152,000 followers. So when I first started following him yesterday, he had 80,000. And somebody wrote in during the stream and said, well, earlier in the day he had 20,000. And when we got off the air, he had 100,000. Now he has 152,000 followers. And I'm not going to... Oh, the videos aren't there anymore. The videos are taken down. Before, he had... His Instagram story, I guess it's because it's stories. I think Instagram stories only stay posted for 24 hours. He didn't post the videos on his timeline. He had them posted as stories. And I think as an Instagram story, you would click on this and get them. But I think Instagram stories only stay up for 24 hours. So those videos are gone. Although you can find them places. Instagram stories, buffer marketing... Yeah, showing you all the content they posted in the last 24 hours. But if you do a search, if you look up this guy, recording of Whiskey Warrior Instagram stories, you can find videos. People clearly posted his videos. So you can find his videos that he posted if you want to catch up and watch those. Anyways. But it was also funny, just, it's interesting just to see, how many views are on the video, because I would not have guessed this video we did, which was only on for 15 minutes before the news came out that the thing was over, would have that many views. It's just, it's interesting. Some you can't really tell. Sometimes there's a lot of interest in a story. And so a lot of people ended up watching that video. Seize the day. I don't believe I have a fever. I might have to have another cough drop, by the way. Hey, thanks, Nancy Mattis, for the kind words. I'm having another cough drop, guys. I'm sorry. I can't not do it. So I'm doing the stream while I'm sick to provide some content, so it's not a total content breakdown from my two channels. S. Mary Demner said mods did the best they could, just overwhelming how many trolls came out of nowhere. I think for that stream there was like one mod for a lot of the stream, actually. And again, I highly recommend sugar-free, the brown Ricola sugar-free cough drops if you can find them. Linda Belk said they arrest him later. Yeah, as I posted on, I can find it on my Twitter, but they arrested the guy and charged him with some stuff related to a domestic incident. Let's see here. Minibit says, last night in that stream in the chat, it was getting pretty heated. Interesting, though. Yeah, so again, that's just an idea for the channel. I'll do that kind of thing if it comes up, where I'll do like a post show. And I don't even know, like maybe if I weren't sick and I had done the post show to this stream, what I might have done is just literally not even like kept my tie on and just started up the post show and kept the background, and the headline would just say, the problem is I can't have it say, I don't know, I could have it say, I think maybe I'd get rid of the logo and just have it say, standoff post show or something. Oh, Tanya mentioned also, I just noticed this. Tanya, since Felicity mentioned this, I haven't read them. There are 181 comments under the video already. So this was a story people were very interested in. In retrospect, I wish I would have gone on earlier. I did not realize it was anything more than a story about a guy. I didn't realize what a phenomenon the story had become and how many people were following it. And it was like a huge number of people following that. Linda says, Jack Pasobic was watching your Periscope stream if it was the real guy. It might have been Jack. I mean, Jack, I posted a tweet when the Putnam County Sheriff, they posted a message saying this was not a red flag confiscation. And I posted that as soon, basically right when they came out about it, when they came out with it. And then Jack retweeted that. So yeah, he might have been, again, I just don't think many people were covering the story. So I think people, if they wanted to watch, they might have just found the channel, so it might have been him. CRT says, do you read the comments? I normally don't read the comments for the videos. And I know there's comments on this channel. I just don't have time. I really wish I did. I don't even have time to keep up with our Facebook messages. I don't have time to keep up with all the Agenda Free TV notifications we get. There's too much to do. So I do my best to, all the messages people send, like on Twitter and on Facebook, I do my best. And if I can't get to them right away, I try to go back. But there's always so many messages. So I just do my best. But I once in a while I'll get the comments. But basically, I just don't have time. That's the problem. Let's see here. Okay, so again, just to update you, I am sick, and I'm doing this stream just to do it, but I have a cough, and I got sick last night. I was feeling sick like maybe 2 days ago, and then I really started feeling sick last night, and it got worse throughout the night, and now I've been exhausted all day. If you watch the Hong Kong stream, I'm kind of sick during that stream, and so I apologize. I would have covered more news, but I have enough energy to do a stream like this, but right now not a news stream, unless if there's some ginormous news story, I will do a stream about it. Yeah, I'm in Boston until next week. Epsteinism says, you say you have trouble sleeping. Sudafed is a well-known insomnia inducer. Try to take it only in the morning. The thing about Sudafed is it's helpful with me. What'll happen is, Oh my gosh, it's all falling apart. This is what I never do on the show. What happens is, if I get too much congestion, it can make me cough, and that can just prevent me from sleeping. So anything that clears things up in here, and Sudafed does a good job of that, helps me to fall asleep. Because what's keeping me from falling asleep when I'm sick is like the coughing and the congestion. So I need to deal with those symptoms. People saying bless you in the chat room. Oh. After the stream, I'm going to have some pretzels. I haven't had pretzels in like 2 years or something, maybe longer. But I need to make myself eat something. I have a craving for pretzels. I need to keep drinking water too. I don't know how long I'll be sick for either. Darren Markley says, would you think about doing a stream where people give you ideas on different subjects to cover? I'm going to do. So look, and I'm sorry, I hate wiping my nose on the stream, but I have to. But when they activate, I'm waiting until they activate my mobile streaming, because I'm a bit restricted right now because I have to stream at the studio. So I'm just waiting for YouTube to activate my mobile streaming, which they should do at any time, because I've gotten the required number of subscribers. Once I get that, I'm going to do some sort of stream where we take suggestions from you guys about the kind of content to do and you'd like to see. So, I'm going to bring this up now. I haven't brought it up yet, but I'll bring it up to you. We're a small group right now, so I'll bring it up to you. I'm open to doing all kinds of stuff. I love covering new stuff, but I love doing other stuff as well. And I enjoy just doing these chats. But I also, I have to pay attention also to what income is coming in covering these different types of content. So, if it turns out that people donate more during the news streams than they do during the non-news streams, I have to focus on the news streams because I can't do this without paying my bills. So I hate saying this because it sounds crass, but I also want to be open on my channel, and I feel like on this channel I can do it. It's a smaller group. Look, I mean, if when we get monetized, if people donate during late night chat streams, I mean, I like doing late night chat streams that are just simple. So I would do more of those. I mean, if I knew people would donate, if I did a 3 a.m. Chat every night, I would do it every night. It's just, but given that I have limited resources and I have a limited number of streams I can do, I need to kind of see. I have to be aware of where people are donating and where not. So it's going to be something I pay attention to once we get monetized. But yeah, I'm open to doing all different kinds of stuff. And it's like, I like doing all different kinds of stuff, and I like doing just these chats. That's not all I want to do, but if people are willing to donate and I'm not losing money by doing it, then maybe I'll do them more. But that's really like, I'm just being honest about it. And it's not, the point is not to get rich. As I said, I've said it on both channels. The point is just to not lose money and to break even, so I can, that's my goal, is if I can just pay my expenses and keep doing the content, that's cool. But we'll see. People donate when they like the content, so people will vote. They will vote for or against by donating or not, which is fine with me. Doom Chaser says, sweat it out. Running might help you sweat. Releases the toxins. I've tried to read certain things about, is it okay to exercise when you work out? And my general thing is, because I like to work out every day if I can, and go running. But if I feel utterly, I just am a judge of how sick am I feeling. Like today when I feel utterly exhausted, I cannot imagine that me working out in this state is going to be helpful. But as soon as I feel a little better, I'll do it. Yeah, Tanya says no workouts. But when I start feeling better, I will. See, you're hearing me chew the cough drop. It's disgusting. Final Four says, what would you be doing for a living if you weren't streaming? I don't know. Before I was at RSBN, I was in grad school for philosophy, basically for the fun of it, getting a PhD. And it was a program where they would pay you to go there because you would give teaching help. You'd help teach classes. One day I'll do a stream on that and talk about it in more detail. But if I got my PhD, I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. And I was probably about a year away from getting a PhD. So I don't know what I can honestly say if I had not just randomly started at RSBN and gotten into the streaming thing, I do not know at all what I'd be doing right now. I have no idea. None. Yeah, I have 2 masters in philosophy because I went to a master's only program and I got one from that, and then I went to the PhD program and they give you one after a certain number of years. It's great though. Hey, thanks Veil Artist for your kind words. Yeah, I'll do a stream more where I talk about the philosophy stuff. It's great. It was really fun. I love it. But yeah, you can't really be doing that and doing something else. You got to be really focused on it. So, but I learned a lot. It also helps me with my news research. Rick says, "Would you ever get back into comedy writing?" Don't know. That's a whole. I think that's a whole other stream. That's a whole different topic. Who knows? This is fun though. I mean, if you're writing for a show. So I'm not going to talk about it in detail right now. Maybe we'll do a stream on it. But I did spend years writing for TV shows, for comedy shows. But when you're writing for a show, you don't really have a lot of control over what you're doing. I mean, for the most part, you're writing for a show produced by a big company, and you have actors and producers and network people, and and lots of writers. So, I just something I really appreciate about doing this is I can do what I want. It's up to me. And I don't have to get it approved by 30 different people and all that, and then people change it. So if I want to do it, we do it. So I really like that. And I missed that when I was doing writing. Oh my gosh. SC says, please do a philosophy stream. I would love it. Maybe one day I'll at least talk about going to school. Yeah, basically I kind of get sick of doing the same thing. I did TV writing for a while, and then I did philosophy grad school for like 8 or 9 years. And then I got into this stuff. Razor Queen says, were you able to make a good living writing comedy for large networks, or is this better? No, I would be making, if I had stuck with comedy writing, I would be making a lot more money than I'm making now. But I didn't want to keep doing it at the time. Yeah, and James Williams says, did you write those comedy books on Amazon? I took a year off when I was in grad school, because I was kind of feeling burnt out on it. And I kind of missed creating stuff. And I just spent a year, and I just started writing comedy books, writing parody books, just for myself, and publishing them on Amazon. And it was really fun to do. And, some sold more than others. But it was a really fun experience to do, to create stuff. And I'd always thought about writing a book, and I just finally did it, and I did a bunch of them. So if you go to Amazon, it's parody books. I took popular books and would write a comedy version of it. So I'm not doing this so you buy the books. You don't have to buy the books, believe me. But I'm just letting you know that's something I spent probably about 7-8 months doing that. And it was just a nice break from grad school, and I missed writing, and I'd always wanted to write a book. So it was a cool thing to do. I'm very happy to have done it. It's ultimately, I don't think it's something I want to make a career out of just because, I don't know. Well, it would have been writing like the same kind of book again and again and again. I could see writing at some point, but that was really fun to do. Timothy says, that's like 6 books. Yeah, well, I was doing it full time, so I would just get up and start writing during the day. Oh, Grog bought the books. Thank you, Grog, for getting the books. Yeah, you don't have to get the books, but thank you, Grog. If you get them, I hope you enjoy them. Veil Artist says, which book is your favorite one that you wrote? I think my personal favorite is probably The Fault in Our Stars parody. See, so the Fault in Our Stars The Fault in Our Stars is a very popular young adult book, and it's about kids with cancer. And you might say, how can you write a comedy version of that? But for me, part of the fun part was actually the fact that you're writing a comedy version of a book that you think no one would write a comedy version of. Like, it's part of the fun of the whole idea is like, why would somebody bother to write a comedy version of this kind of book? So I'm not really making fun of cancer in the book. I'm making fun of the characters, kind of thing. But it was just I liked, I don't know that anyone else likes it, but for me, I thought I liked the way that worked out the best. And then I also I guess in terms of this one, I think was probably the most kid friendly. The others were pretty adult. I think kids are smart and can get them. I don't know. I just feel like this one was maybe sort of the most commercial, which, and sort of also like not just most commercial, but I think it had like this. I think it maybe had the strongest underlying plot idea to it. Anyways, I don't want to get into all these details, but yeah, I'd say my 2 favorites are the Fault in Our Stars one and the Lightning Fart one. Also, my friend did an amazing cover for the book. My friend Jonathan did this cover, which I thought was just absolutely amazing. John's an amazing artist. But anyways, but they were all fun. The problem is, it's a very kind of, well, I don't know. I feel like the kind of people who like parody books might not be the kind of people who read those books. So, so I think there's not such a big audience for that kind of thing. I don't know, though. You never know. I was actually, it was interesting. I actually got when I wrote this one, a friend of mine who's a very successful kids book writer. I told him I was working on this book, and he helped get me an agent for this book. And this agent the agent had his son read the book, and the son really liked the book. So the agent said, I'm going to represent you for this book. And the agent tried to get a book company to buy this book, but no one would buy it. I mean, no one does parody books like this. Like, no one does. Like, I actually think if this was in a bookstore, like, kids would buy the book, but no one will make it. It's just different than the kind of thing they actually do. Look, maybe if that book had sold, maybe I'd do something. I'd be doing that still, but you can't control it. Oh my gosh. See, now I'm really coughing. Oh gosh. E.B. Brower says favorite books. That would be another good stream to do. I might do a stream where I talk about some books I like. I'm writing that down. I need to go to my file where I write down my ideas and write that down. Hang on a second here. Where is that? Where is my... Okay, done. Yeah, I got to have another. I have to have another cough drop. Jay Marie says I'm taking another cough drop right now. I'm gonna get some water too. Some more water. All right, hold on. We'll stream a little while longer. We'll go a little longer. Hey, the time flew by. What can you say? Zero Cool says Steve is like Weird Al Yankovic but for books. One of my fans when I was a book writer called me that. A whole other thing I'll talk about one day is when I was a comedy writer, I one time worked for Weird Al Yankovic on the Weird Al Yankovic show. I was a very, very bad employee for most of my comedy writing days. That is a whole other stream. It's not like I did cocaine in the office or anything like that. But yeah, that's a whole different stream. So one day we'll do that stream and we'll talk about that. Paul Garlic says, stop crunching the drops. They'll last longer. When it gets down to the end, I can't help it. Tanya says, we need a whole stream for each one of these topics. Yeah, one day we'll do it. Thanks, Molotov, saying, hope you feel better. Ariana says, now we see your real self. When I'm sick? Dave says, how about doing a Tesla Cybertruck meme review? What are your thoughts on the vehicle? Another stream I should do. I've done some streams on Tesla on the news on Agenda Free TV. It's just the Tesla Cybertruck is just an announcement. There's no guarantee it'll ever come out. They always make these announcements of vehicles on Tesla and they never come out. So, and then they claim they've gotten all these orders, but the orders are just $100 deposits. So it's just like, I mean, call me when it actually comes out. I don't know that it'll ever come out. We should do a whole stream on my thoughts on Tesla. That's a whole other stream. I still have giant doubts about the business model. Rita says, drink a hot toddy. I don't even know what's in that. Helps coat your throat, feel all warm and fuzzy, and you'll sleep like a baby. She says, use lots of Purell at the airport. Hot toddy. Recipe. Why is there no Wikipedia page for hot toddy? Shouldn't there be? Hot toddy. Mixed drink. I'm not going to do that. Honey, herbs, and spices, and liquor. Thank you for the suggestion, though. Julie Graves says pineapple helps for coughing. I've tried it a couple of times and it does work. I hope you feel better soon. She sent me a link. I actually bought a pineapple when I was in the grocery tonight. Did pineapple juice help your cough? Nutrients in pineapple juice may help soothe symptoms of cough or cold. I'm going to have some pineapple later. Hey, Cheyenne King, thanks for saying get well soon. Darren Markley says, if you think you have to stream and you're sick once your phone is activated, then do it from your bed. I actually thought about that. I was thinking about that today. I was thinking if I had mobile live streaming, I could just do a stream lying in bed being sick. But if they haven't activated it yet. All right. I'll take a few more comments. Josh M says, get well soon. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, I'm trying. You know what? If nothing else, this stream is a good distraction for me to stop it for like an hour. I stop thinking about how I'm sick. How about that? I never have time to. I'm always so busy, and I never have time to like sit down and just watch. Sit down and surf through the TV. And last night, when I was sick, it was one of the rare times when I don't feel like I have something to do. I was making myself just sit and relax, and I was on the couch flipping through the TV. And I started watching a really interesting episode of The Prophet on CNBC. It's a guy who takes businesses and try to help them turn around. But like, I was sitting there watching TV on the couch and I was like, I never ever do this anymore because I'm always so busy. So I might go watch the rest of that. I recorded the rest of it. Hey, thanks, Grog, for your kind wishes about getting better. Thomas Darwin says you're sounding better. No. I'm not feeling better. Odie O'Neill says, how does the stream help you forget you're sick when the topic is that you're sick? Well, the thing is like, I'm talking about it and not paying attention to feeling sick. TJ, thanks for asking about my dad. I saw him yesterday. He was having a bit of a better day yesterday, which is good. I'm going to try to see him more. I would have maybe gone and seen him today. I can't see anyone. As I said earlier, I still haven't seen one brother's kids, one set of nieces and nephews, because I was supposed to go today and I was sick. And I can't get everybody there sick. So hopefully I'll get better soon so I can start seeing everybody. Barbara says, try watching Profit behind the scenes. Hey, thanks, Dorothy Smith, for telling me to get better. For wishing me getting better. Oh, and Seamus says, my wife Nancy says, get yourself some rest. I will. I hope I can fall asleep. I'm so used to having late hours, and when I get sick, it's harder to fall asleep. If I tried to go to bed right now, I would not fall asleep. Caesar Day said, will you board a plane this sick? I don't know. I mean, the thing about planes is that they're so full of sickness anyway. I don't know if I had like a cold. I don't know if I'd not cancel a flight because of that. But I'm not flying till next week. So. Oh my gosh. And no, this is not a goatee. I just haven't shaved today. I've been too lazy. All right. Well, guys, you know what? I think it's time to wrap up this stream. I think it's time to wrap it up. I think I'm going to go and drink some more fluids and eat something or other. I have to remind myself to eat something or other and maybe just relax a little bit. I'll keep an eye on the news. If there's huge news, I'll certainly come on and cover it. But, sorry I couldn't get on more today. I would have covered more, but just sick. And I think it's better to just... If I did a normal news stream now, it's quite intense to do it in your kind of heightened attention. It takes a lot out of you. So I'm trying to relax so I get better more quickly. I also recorded the American Music Awards, and I might flip through that to see some of the performances. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining for the stream. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I didn't know if anybody would watch. I honestly was like, when I put the video up, I saw 2 watching, and I was like, would I still do the stream if 2 people watching? But I would, because I said I would do it. But fortunately, some more people joined. Hey, thanks for all your kind words. The thing I need to get, I've never got this before. Does anyone have this thing? So, when you take a shower and it's steamy, it like helps you with your cold and sinuses and stuff. But they have the thing, don't they have that thing like a steam thing you can put over your face? What is the steam thing you put over your face? Don't they have that? Like a steam mask or something? That's what I should get. Let me look this up. Steam inhaler. Look at this. Personal steam inhaler. Vicks personal steam inhaler. Is this good? Does anyone ever use one of these? Or does it burn your lungs out? don't want to burn my lungs out. The review, only 3.5 stars. Let's see. I'm looking to see. Humidifier. Sometimes there's a humidifier in the house somewhere. I might use that. Tanya says it works excellent. It's really cheap. Nebulizer. What's that? Huh? Vaporizer? I don't know what a nebulizer is. It says vaporizer. We have one of these in the house. I like humidity a lot. This is why I should move somewhere more humid. Judy, the book is not a parody of cancer. It's a parody of the characters in the book about characters who have cancer. But it's not. I'm not making fun of cancer in the book that I wrote years ago. The Squad says just boil hot water and then put a towel over your head. But then you got to let the water cool off. Oh, I see. No, people are saying don't wet the towel. They're saying have the water steam and then lean over the steam. I see. I got it. Use a towel over a steaming pot. I see what you're saying. So you boil the water and then you put a towel over your head and the pot and you let the steam. Okay, that makes sense. That's easy to do. Okay. Tinter Nabis says best thing is to just inhale steam from pan on stove. All right, maybe I'll try it. I am taking cough medicine and Sudafed, so. All right, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the stream. But hey, thanks for joining me in my sickness. It's a true blessing to have people who will talk to you when you're sick and listen to you. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something right now. And thanks for allowing me to have cough drops while on the air. I do appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We'll give some shout outs here. Daniel Teagarden. Oh, all our moderators, by the way. Upstate Dad, Reuben, Idaho Star, Heavy Metal Kitten, and Linda Belk, and Elizabeth, and Garth Russell. Thank you, moderators. And thanks for wishing me feel better. Sarah, TJ, Pam Turner, Wellness Sarah. By the way, has anyone watching found this stream? Is there literally anyone in the audience right now who stumbled across this stream? My assumption is that everybody who watches this channel found out about it through Agenda Free TV. I don't know how you'd find out this channel otherwise. Is there anyone who found it just by doing a live search on YouTube? We'll see. See if anyone says yes. My guess is no. Jay Marie says you have 300 nurses here. Hey, thanks, Cliff Padilla. And thanks, Mary. Ask Mary for thanking the mods. Hey, thanks, Hayden Animations. Ariana says, I just came across your site. How'd you just come across this site, Ariana? Jeffrey Kane says, I just came across my new YouTube feed. So Jeffrey Kane and Ariana, you never watched Agenda Free TV and you just found this channel? Yeah, TJ says, I found you when you were covering the fires. Yeah, but that's through Agenda Free TV. Oh, thanks, Grog, for posting the links. Molotov says there are 2. Yeah, there's 2 more than I thought there'd be. Hey, thanks, Green-Eyed Lady. Thanks, Tracy Johnson. Yeah, Brent Wells, I'll figure out what to do about the people who want to apply to be mods. Oh, Jeffrey Kane says watch Agenda Free all the time. I don't know that anyone has found this channel on their own without finding Agenda Free TV first. That's my question. Karen K says, doesn't YouTube recommend channels? They could. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for joining here. I am going to wrap this up. Let us hope that is it Upstate Dad? If it's your birthday, happy birthday, by the way. Let us hope that they activate our mobile streaming soon, so I can get out of the studio and do some other, not be in front of the green screen and do some other stuff. All right, guys. Hey, thanks. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Hopefully, I do. I'll update you later, and hopefully I can get better soon, and we can do more news coverage, and I can see my relatives and not get them sick. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Have a great night or great day wherever you are, and I'll see you soon on the Lookner channel and or Agenda Free TV. Thanks for chatting.